Welcome back. Whether you're looking for a new recipe for a Father's Day barbecue this weekend, or maybe you're just a fan of Caesar salad and want to mix it up, we've got just the recipe for you.
And you may recognize her nutritionist, Sara Sullivan's here to guide us through this special meal she's got today.
We've been talking about it all morning, Sarah.
Yeah.
Once you sent us the recipe, we're very excited.
And then once I started making the croutons,
yes,
it was
Smell
done.
it.
It smells so good. So first off, you did a combo of olive oil and butter for the croutons. Is that typical?
It is. It gets them nice and brown and crispy. And you want to use a really good sourdough.
Ooh,
Yes,
okay.
sourdough.
Oh, yeah.
So I get the sourdough at Rosemont Bakery. I just absolutely love it, but you can pick it up at the grocery store too. And because this salad requires just a handful of ingredients, you don't want to get like store-bought croutons. Take the extra 5 minutes and make them yourself, because every little ingredient will add some good flavor. So all we did was warmed up 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, chopped up some bread and put it right in there.
They look amazing,
So
perfectly
that's it.
toasted.
Yep, so we can make those ahead of time. And then Emily, I'll have you chop the romaine. So I usually start from the farthest end.
Oh, this side.
That end, yep.
Like
and
one
just,
at a time?
Yep, just go right on down. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is going to get tossed in our bowl, so.
Lovely.
So satisfying.
I
love that crunch.
And I find that people like Caesar salad, like most people like Caesar salads.
Yeah.
So even if you have, you know, if you have guests that aren't big on salads, this is always a winner.
Yes. Well, when you throw tortellini into the mix, I think you've got everyone's attention.
And if you don't happen to like romaine, you could always do baby spinach.
Okay.
So lots of different options, but romaine is actually loaded with vitamins and minerals. I think sometimes people think it's like iceberg, where it has no nutritional value, and that's just not the case. Yeah.
I did not. Is it full of water? Is that what it is?
It's got vitamins A, C, K. It's got a lot of potassium. And it's loaded with fiber, which is going to keep us full for a few calories.
Oh,
so
I love romaine.
I never know how.
You can go down a little bit
going.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think it's
So
really
you're
crunchy.
doing that. We'll whip up a dressing.
Lovely.
So once again, we don't want to use store-bought dressings because we're just using a few ingredients. So Katie, I'm going to have you add our base, which is ½ a cup of Greek yogurt.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah. So a lot of Caesar salads will call for mayonnaise.
Yep.
But this is just going to keep it a little bit lighter. It's going to add a little bit more protein to the mix.
Yep.
Then I'm going to add in 1/3 of a cup of olive oil.
Yum.
No problem there.
Olive oil.
All good.
And you can squeeze in the juice of ½ a lemon.
There we go.
This is really simple. You can make a double batch and just keep this in the fridge for the week.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We're going to add a tablespoon of tangy Dijon.
Put that there. I love Dijon. Is that always the standard ingredient in Caesar, do you think?
It is, and it really helps to emulsify it. So it's going to make all of the ingredients really blend together nice and well. Plus it gives it that little tangy bite.
What did you say, 1 teaspoon?
How much do you like?
I'll do a little extra. Why
you
not?
like a lot of garlic in your
For good
Caesar?
luck.
Okay.
And then we're going to add in some grated parm, some finely grated parm. The Worcestershire that I spilt. We're going to do 1 teaspoon of that.
Perfect.
And then I'll have you add in just 2 teaspoons. You can eyeball it of some red wine vinegar. And that's it. So simple.
Really simple.
We'll add a little bit of salt.
And not too heavy, which I like about when a Caesar dressing isn't very heavy.
Absolutely. So if you would like to whisk this together, I'll just add a little cracked pepper. And there you go. So I like to make the dressings right in the bowl.
I was just going to ask. That makes so much sense.
Yep. And when you're done whisking that all together, you can hand the bowl over to Emily and she can toss in the romaine.
And I did wash my hands for
Good
this.
job.
So this is a big bowl.
Yes. Well, we got a big crew here that's going to be enjoying this in about 15 minutes. Or I can hold it for you. How about that? And then you can put the...
I'm going to lift it.
Yep.
No worries. I did clean my hands for everyone watching.
And then we can toss that and just let the romaine soak up all of that great Caesar dressing while we cook our tortellini.
Oh, perfect.
Now, what I love about cheese tortellini is it's done in 5 minutes.
Look at that.
It's so easy.
That's the best part.
Zero cleanup.
Whisk this up.
You could always do just a regular pasta. You could do like a rotini or a penne, but I do think that the cheese tortellini gives it a little bit more like depth, and it's a little more filling.
Like cheese tortellini too.
You can't really go wrong.
I kind of prefer it over regular pasta sometimes.
Oh, it's delicious. And I also feel like you can start with a little dressing, and it goes a long way.
Yeah, it does.
It does go a long way.
Farther than you realize often.
Yeah, because you don't want a soggy salad.
No.
Right?
That is for sure.
So
all right.
I'm going to just do some grated Parmesan. This is one that I love. It's a Toscano cheese black pepper. I got it at Trader Joe's.
We love Trader Joe's.
Yeah, so I thought it just would be a nice touch to the Caesar salad. So
Oh,
Katie, I'll
that's really
have you
nice.
add that
I'll
right
have
on
to
it.
Sprinkle that on.
Ooh, that looks good.
I like that big,
The big chunks.
the big chunks. Yeah.
And then Emily, you can add our cooked and
Oh, not this yet.
chilled tortellini. So you do want to wait till
Yeah,
it
how long
cools
should we
just
chill
so
it?
it
Okay.
doesn't
you,
doesn't
like,
wilt the.
Coat it in anything before?
I'll do a little whisk.
I put just a little bit of olive oil so it
Okay.
didn't stick.
Yep.
Okay, good plan.
You don't want to
Okay.
do a ton of olive oil only because if there's too much on the pasta, then the dressing doesn't stick to the pasta.
Oh, okay.
So just a little bit.
Okay.
And then we'll add in our
right.
crunchy croutons.
Here we go.
Sourdough croutons.
Woo, that's a
Whoa.
heavy pan. My goodness, I need to work on my
A
arm
huge
strength.
bowl and a heavy pan. And then
Oh,
we'll
it looks
just
so
dip
good.
that
Does look
pepper.
really good.
And that's it. So
Amazing.
it comes together honestly in about 20 minutes, and I promise your guests will devour that. It's delicious served with grilled chicken,
Yes, okay.
grilled salmon, steak. So you can use this either as like a vegetarian meal, or you can have it as a side.
And I feel like the tortellini makes it a little more filling. So you could just have it on its own if you want.
Absolutely.
Double batch.
Yep. You can
Love
make
it.
this for meal prep too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a great idea.
I can't wait to eat this right after.
We're gonna dive in.
I'm gonna I actually did say I'm gonna get a bowl
Yeah.
after the show.
Or if Dad wants burgers, also goes with burgers.
Absolutely.
yes,
Go
or
see
steak,
burgers.
chicken wings, anything like that.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
Awesome.
very user friendly.
Yeah, exactly.
room
I'm
for
going to keep the
adaptation.
dressing recipe as well, just for any type of Caesar salad. You know, that's going to be amazing.
The dressing is good too, even just to dip veggies.
Ooh,
I just put
pro
it out
tip.
there. If you make a big batch,
Yeah.
you've got it hanging around in the fridge
All right, and remind everybody where they can find this recipe and others.
at sarasullivan.com.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Sarah,
Thank
for
you,
joining us,
guys.
and I
Love
cannot
it.
wait to
Right.
eat that.
Bon appetit.
All yours.
Delish. All right.